This is just sugar, butter, and flour. Great lyrics. Not a great drink. It's chunky. Hey you guys, what's up? It's me, Catherine, and today I wanted to talk about a new show that just hit Broadway. I'm talking about Waitress, the musical, book by Jessie Nelson, music by pop sensation Sara Bareilles. What? Turns out not so crazy. She grew up like in musical theater and she loves musicals, but we'll talk more about her later. So without spoiling any of the surprises, let's talk about Waitress. Waitress tells the story of Jenna, aka Jessie Mueller. She's a small town pie baker for a diner, trapped in an abusive marriage. Her plans to leave her husband and open her own pie shop are seemingly dashed when she finds out she's pregnant. Throw in a couple of eccentric but loyal diner patrons, a really hot but married OBGYN, and a ton of creativity, and you have got a recipe for a Broadway success. I just got back from New York last night, and I got a chance to see one of the very first preview performances for Waitress. Overall, as you'll see from this review, I loved it. Like, let's just get that out of the way. It was incredible. I do have a couple of little things that I'll touch on, but that'll come later. So Waitress is based on the 2007 film of the same name, starring Nathan Fillion and Kerry Russell. They're so baby. They're so young. It's crazy. And it was written by the late, great Adrian Shelley, who is also a comedic tour de force in the movie. And I think one of the first things to really acknowledge is that the movie itself is so quirky but heartfelt, and the musical manages to capture all of that. So arguably, I'd say that this musical is one of the best screen-to-stage adaptations that we've seen in the past like 10-15 years. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that the movie includes all of these like avant-garde kind of surreal moments, and the show kind of pays homage to them and they give them like a little nod, and I really wasn't expecting that, so very happy to see that they kept that around. A totally crazy creative aspect that I don't think anyone saw coming is how involved the ensemble is. When you see the show, I'm not even saying if, I'm assuming that you're all going to see the show because I cannot recommend it enough. When you see the show, you'll notice that the ensemble doesn't really have like solos or lines, yet they are so involved in the overall storytelling. At times, the ensemble comes together to kind of form Jenna's mind and what's going on in her brain, and it makes everyone feel very connected. Really well done. Okay, but the absolute best thing of this show, let's be real here, is the cast. First shout out goes to Keala Settle and Nick Cordero as Becky and Cal, a waitress and a short order cook. Basically, imagine Jim and Dwight from The Office, but if they secretly wanted to hook up. Their banter is so witty and they are always on top of each other. Like, with the jokes, not like, I mean that too, but like, you get what I mean. The surprise of the night comes from Orange is the New Black star Kimiko Glenn, and let me tell you, she is phenomenal. Her energy is perfection, and her voice is so gorgeous. Like, it's very, very unique in a good way. I would love to see her do like a solo album or maybe like a 54 Below show. I'd love to just have like a CD of just her doing MT stuff, because that'd be fun. Let's talk about our leading man. Drew Gehling of Jersey Boys rounds out the cast as Dr. Pottimer, and wow. I was such a geek at the stage door when I met him. He was like super nice and making conversation, and then I just responded to everything as oh my God. And he was like, what's great about his performance is that, yes, he's the leading man, but he does it while being really sensitive and quirky. He's not one of those like, I'm gonna punch you in the face and sing about it, macho kind of leading men. He's like charmingly awkward without trying too hard to be quirky and relatable, you know? Which is really kind of nice, and you don't see that a ton on Broadway. Basically, picture like a grown-up Andrew Garfield as Peter Parker in Spider-Man, and that's Dr. Pottimer. So basically, the boyfriend you always wish you had. However, I do have to say something that I'm questioning. So if you open up your trusty playbill with Lupita on the back, hey Lupita, you've got, you know, obviously everyone's headshots. Beautiful Jessie, like typical. You get to Drew's headshot. Pretty sure that you are wearing sunglasses on top of your head. So I did like a little bit of research, and I found the like full photo that this was cropped from on Google. This photo was definitely taken on Space Mountain at Disneyland. So What? The more you know! And of course, this review wouldn't be complete without talking about our queen, Jessie Mueller. Her voice has such a gorgeous, wholesome, folksy quality to it, and it matches up with Sarah's score so beautifully. Her comedy is on point, even though she's playing someone who's affected by really sad, dire circumstances. She never allows Jenna to be the victim of the story, which is really refreshing and very uplifting. Her 11 o'clock number, She Used to Be Mine, that performance alone has convinced me that this is going to be Jessie Mueller's second Tony. She's going to win for Best Leading Actress again. That's how good she is in this role. She's absolute perfection. So, Sarah's music. We've all been wondering what's going to happen. This pop star writing for musical theater and Broadway, I don't know. I like her music, but do I like it on stage? The answer is yes! Perfect. I don't know why she hasn't written a musical earlier. Like, the music of Waitress still captures Sarah's unique flavor and sound while altering it just enough for the stage. Obviously, the music is super catchy, but on top of that, the storytelling is exceptional. I cannot wait until the cast album for this comes out, because I will be blasting it on repeat. Overall, the show is so unique and has so much heart. Also, they sell tiny pies in little mason jars before the show. So go check out Waitress. It just went into previews on Broadway already at the Brooks Atkinson Theater. I guarantee you, you do not want to miss this show. If you liked the video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and hit subscribe. That way you never miss a video and we can geek out over Broadway things and college auditions and fun stuff like that on Theater Thursdays every week right here. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all of the fun things at Kath_Steele. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys later. Bye! Drew Gehling, though. Drew Gehling. After that show, I think just about anyone in the audience would have made him pineapple upside down pie. If you've seen the show, you know what I mean. And if you haven't seen the show, you probably still know what I mean.